Planning to leave Los Angeles? Today we are going to discuss how to get the most money for your home before you leave Los Angeles. Hi everybody, it is me, Corrie Sommers, local Los Angeles luxury realtor. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today, and if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button below, as well as the bell for updates so that you will get all new video and all of the pertinent information that I'm sharing with you guys to help position you to sell your home for the most money or purchase your new home. So again, today we're talking about you're planning to leave Los Angeles and how to get the most money for your home sold. Now, maybe you've lived here for just a couple years and you've had a job transfer. Maybe you've been here for less than a year and had a job transfer. Or maybe you've lived here your entire life and have raised your family and children and they've moved away, or things have changed for you and you're getting up to those retirement years and you just want to live somewhere else where your money can go further. Well, you've made a really wise choice in home ownership and now it's time to cash out. Well, we're going to go over the big ticket items that really will help position you to sell your home for the most money. So stay tuned. All right. So point number one, the first thing that we need to do when it comes to selling your home for the most money is setting the price and not chasing the market. And this is very important because as we start to shift from a very strong seller's market eventually into a buyer's market, you don't want to be falling behind. And what I mean by that is the price that your home is going to sell at is the price that buyers are willing to pay for it. Now, we can assess this as best as possible through comps, through testing the waters, through doing a coming soon campaign, having your home exclusive to agents before it hits the market, and even to some exclusive buyers that are luxury buyers that have been coming to open houses and that are out there looking. So that kind of strategy will help to get a gauge on where we're at in price. And the reason it's important not to chase the market is if you set that price just too high, and the buyers are not responding, in other words, let's say you've been on the market for 2 months, no offers, that's typically a sign of price. Well, when that happens, if we do a price reduction, a couple of things, maybe the listing gets a little stale, or maybe things start to shift. We're going into an election year and there's always an element of uncertainty. Now, the good news though, if you're thinking about selling right now, is that we are at a historic low interest rate and the economy is thriving. So these are the conditions that are really great for finding a buyer for your home. So I don't want you to get too nervous with that, but it is important that you talk with your agent about price and really go through the comps. And sometimes it's more than just the comps, it's knowing that neighborhood that you're in. And I'll give a couple of examples. There are neighborhoods that 2 blocks away, maybe about a 6-block radius, is valued a little bit higher than the neighborhood you're in. And that has everything to do with maybe the school system. It might have everything to do with the notoriety of the neighborhood, the reputation, the fact that it's just a highly desirable area that people are constantly looking for property at. So those things are a little bit more of a nuance than just comps. And this is where your agent's experience and knowledge of areas is going to be very important. Now, step two, I just kind of alluded to a little bit here in step one, which is the off-market marketing. So really there's a couple of ways to do this. Again, your agent should have a pretty strong database from open house visitors and people that they know, that they've done business with, past clients, people that are potentially interested in buying and selling, and really marketing your home to those people, as well as agents. This is very important. So here I'm with Compass, and we actually have an off-market coming soon internal network that we're able to really target your property to other agents across the country and really get some push out there before we come to market. And this is important because that feedback that we get will really help us to see if you're priced right. You know, at the end of the day, homes don't sell for one reason and one reason only, that is price. We don't want to get you stuck in that. So step three, one of the things that is pretty important is your neighborhood. And you know, theoretically, your agent knows the area and might know the nuances about your neighborhood, but sometimes those personal touches, those things from you about what you like, what you love about your neighborhood, what made it really special for you, what you enjoyed in it, really helps. It really helps the potential buyers to see themselves there. So I truly like to sit down with my clients and kind of go over everything that you enjoyed about the house, the neighborhood. Maybe you're on a cul-de-sac. Maybe you have a close-knit neighborhood and you guys do birthday parties or your own holiday celebrations, or maybe you're in close proximity to some amazing restaurants or some highly desirable destinations. Those things, believe it or not, when we're having conversation, when we're talking about the house to buyers and their buyers agents, these are things that we really can share. And sometimes that might make all the difference. You just never know what that buyer is looking for. And sometimes hearing how much you love the home because you would take an evening stroll and go out to eat at XYZ restaurant is just what they're looking for. So these things are important to sit down and talk with your agent about. The next item, point 4, is social media marketing. Now, this is something, I want to really help everybody feel comfortable with this. First and foremost, you want your agent to have a very strong social media network, to have followers on Instagram, to have connections on LinkedIn, to have connections on Facebook, both with people and other agents, people in the industry. And the reason is, the more people your property is exposed to, the more opportunity to get that buyer and to get that buyer quickly. This is very important. And one of the things that I actually do, and something that I learned recently that I made a mistake in maybe not really explaining in a very clear way, is I tend to do some campaigns on Facebook strictly to my database. And my database, because of Facebook, is really about 20,000 people, but there's only 9,000 people that I'm sending targeted emails to. And that's why doing a Facebook campaign is very powerful, because it targets all those relationships and connections. And again, I've recently made a mistake and didn't explain that as clearly as it should have been. But social media today is a huge part of how we market homes. And if the agent you are picking does not have a strong social media presence, it can impact you. For example, I know agents that get a lot of listings, and part of that is they overprice those homes and they sit there for 6 months to a year and they don't have a strong social media network. They don't do target marketing and advertising or just reaching their network through social media. They might put like one post about the home. That's not engaging people. The whole thing with social media is about engagement. So these are some questions you want to think about. And if you're someone that wants a lot of privacy and maybe you're concerned about that, talk with your agent. And here's what I want to say. Don't just talk with them once in the beginning. Let them know if at any time you're feeling uncomfortable. Our job is to expose your home and sell your home. But if you're feeling uncomfortable, you've got to share that with us, because at the end of the day, we work for you and we want to do what's best for you. Lastly, point number 5, if you're planning to leave Los Angeles, how to get the best price for your home has a lot to do with your agents' networks. Now, agents, for the most part, we know other agents because we've shown their listings, we go to the broker caravans, we've met them along the way, we've been in the business for a while, we've worked with them, maybe they're in our office, maybe they're part of our company. All these things help us to build our own internal agent network. And if you're an agent that's maybe been with a couple of really big agencies and top companies, then your network is pretty strong. And targeting those other agents is important, because most buyers are represented with an agent. So we want to just expose your property to those other agents. So asking about that network is perfectly fine. Ask your agent, how strong is your network? Do you have a lot of agents that you are in touch with? Do you have a lot of agents that you can contact and show our property to? And that's important. Those things will help sell your property quicker and for the most money. And I really want to thank everybody for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, put those below. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation because you're thinking about selling and you're curious as to the market, curious to the value of your home, just reach out to me and we'll schedule that up. And again, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell so you'll get updates. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day.